Princess Durishawar, Prince Mukhaffam Jah Bahadur, distinguished guests on the dais, ladies and gentlemen. पहले तो मुझे मुबारकबाद देना है मेरे तरफ से और गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से, सरकार की तरफ से, इस कमेटी के, इस ट्रस्ट को और इस ट्रस्टीज को। ये ट्रस्टीज जो यहाँ पे जलसा आज रखे हैं, ये कहना है शेक्सपियर का, tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to day till the last syllable of recorded time. मैं कल जो सोच रहा था कि आज यहाँ पे आऊँगा, today was yesterday for tomorrow and today has come. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to be here. Personally, as an individual, as a citizen of this great country, not more as a representative of the government, being in the health department, but as an ordinary citizen of this country. The government's role in alleviating the suffering and the misery of the millions that you in the audience don't see, and I see very little of it when I go to Delhi, when I interact with the ministry officials, when I have an opportunity to go to other states, is large. The countless voices which cannot reach this particular trust. This trust has got very laudable aims. जैसे हमारे colleagues बता रहे थे, I think you require thousands of trusts like these, thousands of dedicated people like Dr. Shamsad Hussain, Mr. Siddiqui, Mr. Zulfiqar Hussain, and people like you in the audience, people like the Prince and Princess, who during the transition after independence till now 50 years have understood that it's not enough to be closeted in their ivory towers. You cannot sit alone. No man is an island unto himself. This is another American author, Hemingway, who said you cannot function alone. You have to interact. And the best way to interact, if you have the power, if you have the dedication, if you have the sincerity, and if you have the love of humanity, is to reach out. And this is exactly what this trust is doing, reaching out for help. That's the motto in the pamphlet that was given to me. Help the helpless. I am touched, ladies and gentlemen. You don't have very bona fide voluntary organizations nowadays. You have a voluntary organization which spring up overnight, who would like to be in the public eye, to take the media attention, who would like to the government, come to the government for financial aid, and perhaps not with the sincerity and dedication that trusts like Faizeaam has. So we, on the government side, would certainly support more voluntary organizations like the one here we are witnessing today. They have a decade of long tradition, service, which I think we all can justifiably be proud of. We are part of witnessing a new era where people like the trustees over here, people like the Prince, who has mentioned in his speech that it was he and their family that donated the Nizam's orthopedic hospital. We acknowledge on behalf of the government, yes, it was given on a 1 rupee lease, and we are very, very grateful indeed. I am part of the board of governors, of which the chief minister is the chairman, and we meet regularly. We have a representative of the Prince coming onto the board of directors. We are indeed appreciative of the gesture that this noble family has done for this great city. But it is certainly a drop. How many princesses, how many princes, how many philanthropists, how many bona fide individuals who have the money could come forward to alleviate the suffering? What we are witnessing today is reaching out to the people, the beneficiaries who have come over here, and we have seen their suffering is real, ladies and gentlemen. The government has its administrative and financial limitations. We can't go beyond a certain point. So it is a must we pray, we request the audience, the public, that we should create more Faizeaam trusts. You call it whatever you want. You have to have a group of a core of dedicated people who will be able to come, and in their own little way, the 500, the 5,000, the 50,000 you're giving will certainly go to wipe the tear away from the eye of a helpless person. And that is the greatness of dedicated service that you have. So I would, on my own behalf, like to congratulate. Occasions like these are symbols of getting together, of recognizing that there are people, genuine people, who do things selflessly. You have a lot of selfishness in the country around. That's part of human nature. But you find in this vast desert of selfishness some oasis, some delights of selfless attitude. You do have them. We have to pick it out. We, on the government side, would like to identify the people and say, please come forward, join our hands, and we'll go towards a better healthcare system for everyone. My request and suggestion to the Faizeaam Trust before I conclude, if you could think along with your activities to try and include AIDS in your prospectus. Now, AIDS is going to hit India. India is one of the target areas. We are a sensitive region in the world, and AIDS is going to hit us very badly. You and I sitting in the audience might not be affected, but please let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, when your neighbor's house is on fire, you are definitely going to worry about your own house. So I would request the doctors, the philanthropists, the people who are here to try and involve themselves more on the AIDS issue. The government is willing to help on the financial side if people come forward to tackle AIDS. You have TB, which the BBC 2 days back has said will be a scourge in this century again. Tuberculosis is killing people. And my chest hospital in Hyderabad and the other district hospitals are full of TB cases. Now, this is where I would request Faizeaam Trust to, if possible, I'm not saying they must, because they have their limitations, if possible, to consider that this is a priority item, and could they evolve a strategy to tackle AIDS. The last suggestion I would make is to try and start a hospice. Now, we do not have a hospice in Andhra Pradesh. A hospice is a place, for the information of the audience, where the terminally ill, those who cannot recover, those who are dying, who are bound to die, will die with a smile. And I have tried to spread this message to the Sisters of Charity, to those who are involved, the Christian missionaries, that they should start a hospice. I would make a similar request to the Faizeaam. If there is some land, the government at the central government level will give money, not for civil construction, but for salaries for your medical equipment. So if there's a proposal, we on the side of the government will try to recommend it, send it to the government of India, and you will be able to establish a hospice, a place which can care for those who have cancer, who are AIDS infected, and who will eventually die. But please see that there is someone to hold their hand when they are dying. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. My thanks to the Prince and the Princess, my colleagues over here, the dignitaries on the dais, and ladies and gentlemen, for this lovely occasion. Thank you very much.